Hey, my friend. Welcome back to Unfiltered Mindset. Before we go deep into this one, take a breath. Because today's conversation is heavy. It's real, and it's one that too many people suffer through silently. Depression. If you've ever woken up feeling like there's no reason to get out of bed, if you've ever smiled in public while dying quietly inside, if you've ever felt like nobody understands what's going on in your mind, then this video is for you. And I want you to know from the start, you are not weak, you are not broken, and you are not beyond help. Depression doesn't mean you failed at life, it means you've been strong for too long without healing. You see, depression isn't the same as sadness. Sadness is something we all feel. It's temporary, it passes. But depression, it's deeper. It's like living in a room where the lights have been dimmed, where even laughter sounds distant, and where every thought feels heavier than the last. It's not about being lazy. It's not about wanting attention. It's about your mind and body struggling to regulate emotions the way they used to. The world doesn't look the same anymore. The things that once brought you joy start feeling meaningless, and sometimes even breathing feels like an effort. Science tells us that depression isn't just in your head. It's not a choice. It's a medical condition, one that affects how your brain works. Researchers have found that depression often involves chemical imbalances, especially with neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. These are the chemicals that control how you feel pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. When they're off balance, because of genetics, trauma, stress, or even chronic negative thought patterns, your brain's ability to feel joy starts shutting down. You can't just snap out of it because it's not a switch. It's a slow internal storm that needs time, care, and understanding to heal. Studies by the National Institute of Mental Health show that over 264 million people around the world are living with depression right now. That's hundreds of millions of people waking up every day pretending to be fine while carrying invisible wounds. The sad truth is, almost half of them will never seek help. They'll hide it because they don't want to be seen as weak, or because society has taught them that others have it worse. But pain isn't a competition. You don't need permission to feel what you feel. If your heart hurts, if your mind feels tired, that's valid. You matter. And sometimes depression doesn't even look like sadness. It looks like laughter at the wrong time. It looks like isolation, irritability, exhaustion. It looks like scrolling endlessly through your phone because silence feels too loud. People think depression is crying all the time, but sometimes it's not being able to cry at all. Sometimes it's just emptiness. And that emptiness can consume you if you don't reach out for help. But here's the truth most people never hear. Depression is treatable. You can heal from it. Your brain can rebuild. Your heart can find light again. It's not instant and it's not easy, but it's absolutely possible. Healing begins when you stop fighting yourself and start understanding what's happening inside you. The first step is awareness, realizing that you're not crazy or weak, but human. Your mind is reacting to pain, imbalance, or exhaustion. And just like a physical wound, it needs care to recover. There are several ways to start that healing. For some people, therapy works wonders, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It helps you rewire the patterns of thought that drag you deeper into darkness. For others, medication under professional guidance helps restore the chemical balance that depression disrupts. Lifestyle also plays a huge role. Regular sleep, sunlight, exercise, balanced food, and especially human connection, because isolation fuels depression, but communication can weaken its power. Talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, a family member. You'd be surprised how many people are also pretending to be okay. One of the biggest lies depression tells you is that you're alone, that nobody understands. But millions of people, from artists, leaders, scientists, even your neighbor, have walked that same dark tunnel. Some made it through, some are still finding their way. And the only difference between staying stuck and finding the light is the decision to take that one step. You don't need to see the whole path, just one step is enough. The human mind is built to heal. Even when it feels impossible, your brain is capable of creating new neural pathways, new hope, new strength. That's not a motivational quote, that's neuroscience. I know how depression makes you overthink everything. You start questioning your worth, your purpose, your future. But you have to remind yourself, your feelings are not facts. Just because your mind says you're hopeless doesn't mean you are. Just because you feel like you can't go on doesn't mean you can't. Emotions are powerful, but they're also temporary. They come and go like waves, and your job is not to fight the wave, but to survive it. Because every time you do, it passes. If you're watching this right now and you're struggling, I want you to do something simple. Go to a mirror, look at yourself, and say this: I am still here. That's it. Because that's the most powerful truth you can hold on to right now. You're still here. That means you still have a chance. You still have time to rebuild, to rediscover joy, to reconnect with life. You are not your depression. You are the person fighting it. You are the person surviving it. Remember, healing doesn't mean you'll never feel pain again. It means you'll finally know that pain doesn't define you. You'll start to see beauty again in music, in nature, in people. You'll start to appreciate the smallest victories, like getting out of bed, like eating a meal, like taking a walk. These aren't small things. They're signs that you're fighting back, that your mind is slowly choosing life again. Depression is real, but recovery is. And no matter how deep your darkness feels, light always finds a way in. Sometimes slowly, sometimes through people, sometimes through hope. But the key is not to give up before that happens, because life has a way of surprising you when you least expect it. So if you're out there and you feel like you're done, please don't give up. Reach out, talk to someone, let your story be heard. You deserve peace. You deserve healing. You deserve a tomorrow that feels lighter than today. If this message resonated with you, take a second to subscribe to Unfiltered Mindset, because here we don't just talk, we heal, we learn, and we grow together. You're not alone in this fight, my friend. You never were.